Hi there, strikers. There's something uniquely disturbing about people vanishing into thin air. Read about these incredibly strange, unsolved cases. Although these disappearances span centuries, locations, age ranges, and circumstances, there's one common thread shared between them: a lack of closure. There are theories, speculations, and investigations, but never a decisive answer. On our incoming episode, I'm going to feature some of the cases of mysterious disappearances, of some missing that just disappear without any trace.
The disappearance of Jenna Van Gelderen. In August of 2017, 25-year-old Jenna Van Gelderen was house-sitting or pet-sitting for her parents in Thedred Hills neighborhood of Overtal, Georgia. They were vacationing in Canada. It's believed that Jenna vanished during the early morning hours of August 19, shortly after talking and texting with a friend. Jenna had plans to meet a friend at her parents' home later in the day on the 19th, but when the friend arrived, Jenna and her vehicle, a dark blue 2010 Mazda 6 sedan, were missing. When Jenna's brother Will arrived at the home on the 19th to check on his sister, he discovered the door to the house was locked and the TV and lights had been left on. Jenna was nowhere to be found. After 24 hours had passed and no one had heard from Jenna, her brother reported her missing. On September 5th, the police located Jenna's vehicle parked along D4 Place of Chattahoochee Avenue in northwest Atlanta. A witness had contacted the police when she recognized the car on her way to the gym after seeing information about the case on Facebook. Jenna's car was almost out of gas, and her suitcase was found inside. The police have not made public the condition of the car or if any other evidence was located inside or around the vehicle. Jenna's father has mentioned to the media that police reviewed video footage from a camera placed on a recording studio near where Jenna's car was located. The content of the footage has yet to be shared. Did Jenna run off to escape her family and enjoy the freedom of a new life? This theory is often discussed in most missing person cases. Even though Jenna has functioning autism, she works hard to be independent. She earned an office administration certificate from Winnet Technical College. Also, Jenna moved out of the family home during the spring of 2017 and refused to share her new address with her family. When Jenna realized that her cell phone attached to the family account was monitored, she sourced a second cell phone to ensure her privacy. Jenna is a young, vibrant woman, and it appears as though it's important for her to feel independent. Regardless of her desire for independence, though, Jenna was typically in daily contact with her parents or brother. Moreover, as a result of her high-functioning autism, she has developed mental disabilities that affect her social interactions, making it unlikely that she would be able to fend for herself too long without contacting her loved ones for support. Could Jenna have orchestrated an elaborate plan to escape what she may have perceived as an overprotective family? I don't think so. Even more, she was an active social media user and texter with a large social circle. After her communication with her friend during the early morning hours of August 19th, Jenna's digital footprint, like Jenna herself, disappeared. I find it very unlikely that Jenna would cut off all contact with friends and family and be able to maintain this silence for such an extended period of time. Also, although Jenna's suitcase and 2 cell phones were missing from her parents' house, with the suitcase being found later in her car, her phone chargers, shoes, and cosmetics were left behind. All items that she would likely take with her if she planned on being away for long. This leads me to believe that the suitcase was planted in her car to make it appear as though she left of her own volition. Although I'd love to believe that Jenna is of living a happy, carefree life under an assumed name, I doubt this is the case. Jenna's father, Leon, told the media, "There was no reason to believe she would leave unexpectedly. Until I get proof otherwise, I trust his parental instincts." Did a stranger abduct and/or murder Jenna from her parents' home? To me, this is more likely than the suggestion that Jenna decided to run off and begin a new life. However, I think this theory is almost as improbable. Jenna could have been stalked by someone, I suppose. Or maybe a burglar had noticed her family leaving for holidays, seized the opportunity to break into the home, and happened upon Jenna. Strangely, a World War II tapestry was missing from the home. It had been carefully cut out of a frame on the wall. This is especially odd, as it was worth only a few $100s and other items of more obvious value were left behind. If a burglar had been interrupted during a robbery attempt by Jenna, why not just flee the home? Why abduct and or kill Jenna? And why take the time to cut an inexpensive tapestry from its frame? There has been little suggestion that Jenna was abducted or killed by a stranger. Unless evidence surfaces that supports this theory, I am putting it aside. Was Jenna abducted and or killed by someone that she knew? This is the most likely theory. Jenna's father has explained that the police have 3 main suspects in Jenna's disappearance, but little about these suspects is being made public. This isn't surprising, seeing as this is an active, ongoing investigation. The list of possible suspects could include Jenna's roommate. When Jenna moved out of the family home, she rented a room from a friend. This roommate apparently told both Jenna's father and the police that Jenna was behind on her rent and that he was going to throw her stuff outside. He also didn't let the police search the apartment, and the authorities didn't have enough evidence to get a search warrant, seeing as by all accounts Jenna had disappeared from her parents' house. I question her roommate's actions and lack of concern for Jenna. Does it indicate guilt? I'm not sure. He could just be an inconsiderate and thoughtless ass. Another possible suspect could be the friend who apparently extorted Jenna into stealing money from a pet store that she had worked at for years. As a result of this theft, Jenna was charged with a misdemeanor and lost her job. Jenna's father explained that due to her functioning autism, Jenna was very impressionable and had been taken advantage of by a lot of people. Could this so-called friend have also talked Jenna into another scheme that led to her disappearance? Perhaps. Jenna's father also reported that Jenna is very gullible, susceptible, enticed very easily, and she doesn't perceive danger the same way the rest of us do. Taking this into consideration, the suspect pool widens dramatically. Jenna could have been lured into a dangerous situation by an old friend or be someone she had just met, seeing as Jenna trusts people quickly and easily. No doubt a strong suspect in Jenna's disappearance is her unnamed ex-boyfriend. He told the police that Jenna stopped by his house on the evening of the 18th. While she was there, he stated that he broke up with her, and he was the last person to see Jenna. Incredibly, he told the police that Jenna was a prostitute and a drug addict. This misinformation was believed by the police, attributed to Jenna's brother Will, and shared in media reports, and ultimately, it led to a heartbreaking misidentification. The police reportedly mistakenly informed Jenna's family that Jenna had been found, when in fact they had merely picked up a prostitute for solicitation who happened to be named Jenna. Is Jenna's boyfriend involved in her disappearance? Considering that most women who are killed are murdered by someone they are in a relationship with or know well, it's a strong possibility. Overall, this theory brings with it more than an ample number of possible suspects. Therefore, I believe that it's highly probable that Jenna met with foul play at the hands of someone she knew. Jenna's loved ones will never stop searching for her, and they deserve answers. A very active Facebook page is maintained by Jenna's family to help find Jenna. What do you think happened to Jenna? Jenna's loved. Jenna's father recently stated on Facebook, "Someone knows something, and it's time for that someone to come forward." And here is another case of unsolved disappearance that until now never answered. Until next time, this has been a Striker 21. Thank you. Until next time, don't forget to like, share and subscribe.